you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Commanders and the Ravens, and it comes your way next.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And they'll begin by running the option. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Jackson now. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is set away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. So here is Washington now back. To start their first drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Here comes third down and 7. To throw is Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident, I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward, incomplete pass.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing is Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Now it's Jackson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we are ready to return to Super Bowl 62 action. Start of the 2nd quarter. Here we go. Now Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Daniels. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Throwing now is Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have a Commander's 1st down, and it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed him to convert on 4th and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. This is 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Daniels. The quick slant caught. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. To throw is Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Daniels. Thomas brings it in. And he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This pass finds McCaffrey going across the middle. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Daniels looking to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught by a diving Thomas. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he's in. Touchdown Commanders. Jayden Daniels in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These 2 teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. 1 more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Did he get the feet down? Yeah.
No, that's...
Touchdown. Yards out, and the Ravens are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Looking to throw. Daniels. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Escapes the defender. And a great move again. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. In motion, right one of the tight ends. Here's Brooks. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. One more time with Brooks. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Thomas, 75 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup brings us 2nd and 7.
Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Hart. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, it's Watts. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's been a fun one through 3. It always is. The final quarter of Super Bowl 62 is coming your way next. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to finish off the big one, the Super Bowl 62, as we get you set for the 4th and final quarter. Back to finish off the big one, the Super Bowl 62, as we get you set for the 4th and final quarter. On the zone read, a handoff here to Brooks. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Odafe Owe there on the tackle. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Here's first down. Here's Jackson to throw. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll come up now. This is second and long. Up the middle with Brooks here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Pulled in at the 24. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on as he...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
Forced out to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Hands it off out of the gun. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes 2nd down at 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And this one is right through. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. They did it. The Washington Commanders, Super Bowl champions. And this storied franchise will once again possess the Lombardi Trophy. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
There's Commissioner Goodell set to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Washington Commanders, the champions of Super Bowl 62. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.